In the last episode, we built a CI/CD pipeline. Everything passed, everything was green, but here's the truth. A pipeline can pass and your application can still be completely broken. And this is one of the most dangerous mistakes in DevOps. So, before we go further, if you are someone who wants to learn real world CI CD, not just copy paste tutorials, hit like on this video, comment CI CD below, and share this with someone learning DevOps. That genuinely motivates me to create more real world production content like this. Now, let me show you something that most videos will not show. Today, we are building a real CI pipeline. We'll add Docker build, run the application, and test it. But more importantly, we are going to expose a problem, a pipeline that looks perfect but is actually lying to you. This is the new pipeline which I created, CI build test.yaml. In this pipeline, we are going to add those steps. This is the name of the pipeline, CI pipeline, build and test. And if you look here on push, previous episode we had branches main and dev. In this episode, the pipeline is scoped to this particular folder 02 CI build and test. That means only changes in this folder trigger it. This is how real systems are designed, controlled, scoped, predictable. Followed by we have jobs, build test runs on Ubuntu latest. Then default run working directory is 02 CI build and test. And the first step is checking out the source code. Now we move from theory to actual execution. So for that, I'm going to say hyphen name followed by build Docker image. Then run colon Docker build hyphen T CI CD prod space dot. The next step is once again name run container followed by run space docker run hyphen d hyphen p port 5000 colon 5000 space hyphen name. Here I would give a name as prod container space CICD prod. I'm going to save this file. This is where CI becomes real because we are not testing code, we are testing the behavior. Followed by, now I would like to add another step saying wait for application run colon sleep 5. We wait for the application to start. This looks simple, and honestly, this is what most pipelines use, but this is already a problem. Then we are going to add a next step that would be fake test enter, and run colon space echo all tests passed successfully. Everything looks perfect here. We are trying to build here, run, and also test. This looks like a production ready pipeline. But this is where things start to break. Now, I am going to open the application.py file. In this file, we are going to update this line. Here, I am going to raise an exception saying application is broken. Save this. This would crash in production. Let's push this and watch carefully. Add these changes. Git commit -m added build and test CI pipeline. Followed by, I'm going to push this code. Pipeline passed. Everything is green. Test passed. Application is broken. If this surprised you, just hit like on this video because this is exactly what happens in real production systems. This is the illusion of CI/CD. Pipelines don't guarantee correctness, they only guarantee execution. If your tests are weak, your pipeline becomes dangerous because it gives you confidence without validation. Now we fix the first problem. We don't trust fake test. So I'm going to remove this step, followed by we validate the actual application. For that, I'm going to say real health check. Now we are going to run this command curl http localhost port 5000. I'm going to save this. If the application fails, the pipeline fails. And also, as I said previously, waiting for application run sleep 5 seconds. This is very big problem. I am going to replace this. Now, this is important. Earlier, we were just sleeping for 5 seconds. Now, we are actually checking if the application is ready. Also, we are trying it multiple times. If the app responds, we are continuing. If it doesn't, we fail the pipeline. Because retry without failure is dangerous. It gives the illusion that things are working when they are not. A pipeline that waits but never fails is still broken. And finally, we are doing a cleanup. For that, I am going to run cleanup container if always run docker stop prod container and docker rm prod container. Pipelines should always clean up after themselves. Otherwise, they become unpredictable and debugging becomes harder. Now, let's try to push all the changes which we made so far. Git commit -m add real validation step. I'm going to push. Now let's look at the pipeline once again and see what exactly is happening. It is trying to set up job, checking out the source code, building the Docker app image, and there it is. The pipeline failed. Not because something went wrong in the pipeline, but because something was already wrong in the application. Earlier, this same exact pipeline was passing, everything was green, and it gave us confidence, but that confidence was false. Now, for the first time, this pipeline is actually telling us the truth. This is what a real CI pipeline should do. Not make you feel safe, but make you aware. Before this, we were just executing steps. Now we are validating behavior, and that's the difference. Because CI/CD is not about running commands, protecting production. A pipeline that fails when it should is a good pipeline like this. A pipeline that always passes is dangerous. Failure is not a problem in CI/CD. Silent success is. If you ever trusted a green pipeline, this should worry you. Just hit like on this video if this makes sense. But now the question is, how do we fix this properly? Because in real systems, you don't just make it green, you fix the root cause. Let's jump back to our Visual Studio Code, and I'm going to update this application code once again and run it with return space CI/CD prod running. I'm going to save this and push the changes real quick. Git add git commit -m update application code. I'm going to push this. The pipeline is good, but the problem is with the application code, which we fixed. Now let's look at the pipeline. I'm going to open another tab real quick. Here, click on Actions, and there it is. The pipeline passed. But this time, it actually means something. Earlier, we had a pipeline that passed even when the application was broken. Now, we have a pipeline that only passes when the system is actually working. This is the difference, not between success and failure, but between false confidence and real validation. A CI pipeline is not there to make things green, it's there to protect production. And if it fails when it should, that's not a problem, that's the system doing its job. And now we build, we run, we validate, and we clean up containers. This is what a reliable pipeline looks like. If this changed how you think about CI/CD, do me a small favor, hit like on this video, comment CI/CD below, and share this with someone learning DevOps. That tells me you want more real world content like this. In the next episode, we are going to break something even worse. Because right now, This pipeline is not secure at all, and most engineers don't even realize it. And that's where things get really interesting. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.